Hey, this is Carvel Bailey, and I'm in my closet right now. So forgive me. I wanted to make this quick video for you. So it's a lot of conversation going on about programs and schools merging. What will happen if you take two programs, three programs, sometimes even four, and condense them into one program? I know here in Chicago we have a thing called the bottleneck strangler, and um, it's like what, three lanes converge into one, and it's a whole traffic jam. So you got to be skillful and kind of know how to get around it, if there's any way to get around it. So now you have schools that may have anywhere between 15 and 45 players per program, per sport. And now if it's going to be condensed into one program, that's huge. So how do you overcome it? How does a player overcome being one of 45, not just one of 15? Because on the varsity level, if there are 15 players per team, let's say three teams, now you got 45 players. So how does a player become one of 45 when it was kind of difficult to become one of 15? So real quick, this is the starting point to it. This is the starting point to it. You have to observe and understand what the makeup of that community is, what the makeup of that district is, the makeup of that particular institution, right? That particular program. So find out what the makeup is. And then after you find out what the makeup, like, so you have to understand, is this a district that's blue collar? Are they white collar? Like, what do they like? And then you have to be able to produce and be able to mimic what the environment, what the school, what the mission, what like all of their goals are. Then you have to exemplify that as an athlete. So I don't want to make it too complicated, but the very first thing an athlete should do in a situation like this is find out, okay, what's the makeup of the environment I'm in? What's the makeup of the district? What's the makeup? What's the history? And what will prevail in this situation? And once you can get that DNA part of yours, now the next thing is just as important, if not more important. Now you have to find out, how can I be number one? So you're not just trying to be one of 15. You're trying to be number one. And so if that's the number one point guard, that's the number one shooting guard, the number one combo guard, small forward, power forward, center, whatever it is, you have to be number one. And so you have to do all those things that exemplify that position, from offense, defense, intangibles. You have to exemplify what that position is really all about, and then try to be number one at that, better than anybody else in the district at that thing. So point guard, you want to be a leader. You want to have the most assists. You want to have the most steals. You want to be the most locked down defender in that district. And now you got a whole year to let it pan out. So now no matter who comes in, who the coach is, because the same way that coaches have to be condensed down, three coaches to one, same way with the players. So now you have to leave without a shadow of a doubt. You have to let it be known that you are number one at that position. Plus, you exemplify the DNA of that community, that district, that environment. That's how you get rid of the jitterness of, am I going to make the team now that they're converging from 3 programs or 4 programs to 1, that bottleneck strangler. Now you know exactly what to do. Do your homework, find out do some research, find out the history, the makeup of that particular district, that environment, that community, and then strive to be number 1. Do everything possible that position entails. Be the reason that particular position exists. All right. Listen, if you or your athlete need help with issues like this, or getting themselves a scholarship and just getting better, however, if you would like my help, just reach out to me. And if you haven't checked out my free case study video at Coach Carvel Bailey, that's our YouTube, but our free case study could be found at b2bsdhoopsmastery.com. Go check it out. And hey, I hope this helps. All right. Peace.